Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ukabilu Chooks, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you IELTS writing, and I'm going to start off with IELTS writing task 2. And the reason for that is because it's the most difficult part of IELTS writing, and it is the part that you're expected to write the most number of words, and it's quite complicated. So I'm going to teach this in bits, okay? So I'm going to deconstruct the whole IELTS writing task 2 in piecemeals. And then when you follow this series, video after video, as I drop them in the coming days or weeks, who knows? And the best way to be able to catch up with the whole series is to actually like and subscribe to this channel so that when I post any content, you get a notification and you'll be able to run with me. So why don't you just do that right now and then we'll continue. Thank you. All right, let's start off with the basics of this task. First of all, you're expected to spend not more than 40 minutes on this task, a total of 40 minutes, not more, not less, okay? And you're expected to write, well, 4 to 5 paragraphs, and I'll explain what I mean, because it is mandatory for you to write an introduction and a conclusion, and that's 2 paragraphs already, okay? And then you're expected to write, in the body paragraphs, you're expected to write 2 to 3, depending on your dexterity, depending on how much you can do, okay? So you're expected to express 2 to 3 ideas, okay? That's the implication of that. So you're expected to elaborate on 2 to 3 ideas in the whole essay, okay? So depending on how comfortable you are with the topic you're given, you could write 2 to 3, and also how far you are from that's another thing that would determine how many paragraphs you'd probably want to write. Is how far off you are from the word limit, okay? And you're expected to write 250 words, not less than 250 words in this task, okay? And you're expected to do this in 40 minutes. So for IELTS writing task 2, general or academic, the number of words, the number of paragraphs, and the judgment criteria are exactly the same. The slight difference is in the difficulty. So IELTS academic writing is a bit more difficult, and the topics are more versatile than the ones in IELTS general. What I mean is, in IELTS general, they give you topics, things that you're familiar with, and then in IELTS academic, they might give you more global topics. And what I mean is things that they draw from the global level. Say, for instance, they could give you a writing task to talk about, say, global warming, things that impact on a global level, issues that impact on a global level. Whereas in general, they could give you very simple things, things that you could understand within the realm of your own country. Okay, so you don't need to look too far to develop your points. So one thing that would help you in IELTS writing is for you to, accustom yourself to global issues. That would give you an edge, really. So get used to global issues, understand basic stuff like um, maybe healthcare on a global level, global warming, conflict, global economies. If you get used to some of these topics, it might help you to at least understand the topic and be able to develop points to elaborate when you start writing. Now let's talk about the judgment criteria. You're judged on 4 things, and each of those aptitudes you are scored on are a total of 25%. So each aptitude amounts to 25%. So you're judged on task achievement or task completion, task coherence, vocabulary, and grammar. So task completion or task achievement is to what extent did you achieve the basics of that task, or did you write an introduction? Did you write a conclusion? Did you develop 2 to 3 main points or body paragraphs? So basically that. And also, did you achieve the 250 word mark? All right. So that's task achievement. Coherence. To what extent did you stay in touch to the topic you are given? Were you veering off every now and then? Were you moving away from the topic, or did you focus on the topic? And then your grammar. So your grammar. It means the accuracy of your English, your lexis and structure, your punctuations, and so on and so forth. And then your vocabularies. How vast are you? How versatile? How dynamic is your use of words? How are you able to use, sentences, simple, complex, and compound sentences? Okay, so just the basics, the basic structural architecture of your English. Okay, so that's what they are checking in your vocabulary and your grammar. So these two are so important. If your vocabulary and your grammar are in good shape, and that's the most difficult things to teach you about writing, because these are the things you develop from nursery, primary through secondary school, not so much in the university. So it's difficult to teach you this aspect because this is an IELTS class. It's not an English language class. So there's a lot of work you need to do. You might need to go back as far as going back to jam questions and answers, understand lexis and structure, how to use um, instruments of the English language very well. So so if those two things are in place, then it's easy to adjust into the first two aptitudes, which are task achievement and coherence. However, in this video, I'm going to start off by teaching you how to write a good introduction. That's what I'm going to do in this video, and then I'll teach you other parts um, in the next videos. Okay, so remember, you are judged on four things, and you are expected to write at least 4 paragraphs. What it means is, let's say you are writing 4 paragraphs. Okay, if you write a good introduction, you've scored 25 out of 100. That's way to go. So if you write a good introduction, write a good conclusion, okay, then you've literally done 50% of the job, haven't you? And then there's a formula per se that you could apply on any topic whatsoever that you're given that could work for you, okay? So if you understand how to write a good introduction, regardless the topic you're given, and you understand how to write a good conclusion, regardless the topic you're given, you're actually 50% ready, and then you can, you know, walk yourself through the other 50% based on what topic you are given on your examination day. Okay, shall we begin then? So here is the method. This is what you need to do. When you're given a topic, you paraphrase that topic, and how you do that is you make a general statement based on that topic, and then you state what you are trying to achieve in the essay, because you can be given a range of options. You can be given, say, an agree or disagree type of essay. There's so many types of essays that you are given, but that's not what I'm teaching today. I'm just teaching how to write a good introduction regardless the kind you are given. So in the kind in if you are given a kind of essay, for instance, where you need to agree or disagree, and you have chosen to agree, so when you make a general statement, you have to state that you're actually agreeing, but you don't have to be very you don't have to use the exact word, agree. I'll show you exactly how you could do it. It's very dynamic, but if you understand the basic, the basics of it, the formula per se of how to start, then you can do it in your own words to whatever extent you please. So I have here a typical IELTS task, writing task 2 question. I'm going to read it out, and then I'll exemplify what I've just taught you. Okay, let's go. So the question says, some people think that parents should teach their children how to be good members of society. Others, however, believe that school is the best place to learn this. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. I'll read this question again. Some people think that parents should teach their children how to be good members of society. That's the opinion of some people. Others, however, believe that school is the best place to learn this. Opinion of some other people. And then your task is discuss both views, discuss both opinions, and give your own opinion. So discuss both sides and take a side. Okay? How do you write an introduction for this? Let's do it. So remember, make a general statement based on the topic, and then decide what direction you want your essay to go. In deciding what direction you want your essay to go, you start that sentence with "this essay will." So basically, you're expected to write 3 sentences in your introduction. The first 2 sentences are you replicating the topic again in your own words, all right? And the third one is you deciding what direction you want the essay to go, what you want to achieve in the essay. And that's what the markers are going to judge you in terms of coherence, okay? So, because when you state what opinion you want to give, or what bias you want to follow, or what sentiments you have accepted in that task, then they're going to judge you to what extent you align to that opinion or sentiment. All right. So, to start off, you need to isolate some basic terms or key points from this topic, and those key points could be, teachers, teaching, parenting, parents, children, good members of society. Just have these things at the back of your mind because you need to apply them for you not to depart from the topic. Okay? So, 3 sentences in all. So, a general statement. So, you could start by saying, um, teaching children how to become good members of society is a very challenging task. Full stop. Some people believe that this should be the job of their parents at home, whereas others argue that it should be teachers in schools who should teach this. 2 sentences. You open the last one. This essay will explore the opinions of both sides and offer suggestions on what method could work best. Now, if I do this 5 times, I will write it 5 different ways, and you should be able to do that. That's the essence of this teaching, so that you'll be able to be dexterous to the point that you can write this thing 5 times and write it in 5 different ways, because that's what you're expected to do anyway. Okay, to write it in a different way. Okay, so let's put it all together. Teaching children how to become good members of society is a very challenging job. Some people believe that this should be a task for their parents at home, whereas others argue that it should be teachers who should be teaching this. This essay will examine the opinions of both sides and offer a suggestion on what method could be applied. Let's do it one more time and do it in another way. Okay? Teaching children how to become good members of society is a very difficult job. Some people believe that parents are the best people to do this, whereas others argue that teachers should be the ones teaching children how to become good members of society. This essay will elaborate on the opinions of both sides and offer suggestions on what method or methods, depending on what you want to do, that would work best. Job done. So you've done a good. You can rewrite this in as many ways as possible. I'm formulating this on the go. If I am writing this in an exam, I would there are so many ways I could do this, but I don't want to complicate things for you. I'm just going to teach you something as basic as possible, and then depending on your wealth of vocabulary, you know how to do it your own way. Okay. All right. Something just came into my mind. I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to write it how I would write it, and I'll read it for you. Okay. Let's go. So this is the introduction I came up with. Okay. Teaching children how to become good members of society has never been more difficult. There are varied opinions on how to achieve this in our time, and whereas some people believe parents should be dealing with this, others insist that it should be left with teachers in schools. This essay will consider both opinions and offer the most fruitful option. So take your time, come up with yours, practice, practice, and practice. In the next videos, I'll be teaching you on how to write, how to plan, the other paragraphs, the body, and how to write a good conclusion. So don't go away. Stay on this channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Share the channel with other people. Let them follow and benefit from this. It's absolutely for free. And the sooner you prepare, get ready, do your IELTS, and um, and give them assignment, how we say it in Nigeria, and teach them a lesson, the better. So share this good news with other people, as many people as possible. Put it on your WhatsApp status, put it on your Facebook, your Instagram, wherever. Share this across board and let others benefit. In the coming videos, we'll be going deeper into this on how to develop the other points, the other paragraphs, on how to write a good conclusion. And you'll be good to go on IELTS writing task 2. Thank you very much and see you soon.